this button.
You hit the button.
Bring up the
Hit
thing.
the button.
All
Alright.
There's like when you bring up like facts of this, like there's like a real route that you can actually go to the treasure chest, and then there's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Not the real route.
Which is not the real. That's fine.
Yeah.
When have we ever done anything real in any of the games that we've played?
I always like to think that everything we do in games is imaginary.
I mean, that's definitely. Is that true anymore? If it's imaginary, then is it true?
Oh well, it's.
How have we already gotten there? Is this a? Would you call this a JRPG trope, The Lost Woods?
Yeah, I think
Or
so.
is this at this point is that just a fiction trope?
Okay, give me examples of fiction of Lost Woods.
I guess it depends on what we're calling Lost at that point, because
right.
I guess I'm thinking of, I forgot we don't have Rudy in it.
Yeah, no.
The party is decidedly squishy. But Enchanted Forests are a mainstay of
But like, I feel like there's like Enchanted Forests where you get lost, and then there's like Elven Enchanted Forests where you're supposed to get lost, but you just run into elves.
I guess I see what you're saying. Yeah, I guess the Oh, I'm not sure. Oh, do we want to?
What's?
Yeah, we want to.
Is that on?
Yeah. There we go. That's weird. I don't know if it's supposed to work that way, but
It is.
oh, okay.
There's an option to mute it in the menu.
That's fine. Whatever. We might be the beginning of the footage might be questionable. Okay, we were talking about very important things.
You know, whatever. 1776. Get wrecked, David McCall. Some deep non-fiction references.
Yeah,
for
right.
you guys out there.
So you know what's funny? I know you follow Honzo Gonzo.
I do follow Honzo Gonzo. He is the true neutral of everything.
The true neutral of all things, of course. And I recently, you recently sent me something of his, and I told you that his current Twitter handle was a reference to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes, go Kunai and Chain.
Kunai and Chain, yes. Yeah. So. Just thought it was funny the other day. I had my younger brother over, and as it turns out, he and his friends are going through a weird Yu-Gi-Oh sort of rediscovery.
I was hoping they were going through a weird Honzo Gonzo rediscovery.
That would also be good. But JoJo informed me that it is apparently a good card. So.
Oh, well, all right.
Yeah.
So it's not like, I mean, is Yu-Gi-Oh like Magic where they have like a standard and like a legacy and vintage and stuff like that?
I can't even give you the depths of how much I don't know about that.
We can go ask my former college freshman roommate.
Is this
This is the guy who had a bin full of binders of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Wow! So double layers of containers there. He had binders. But a container for the binders. Wow,
Right, and then he had a taxi on scheduled on a weekly basis to pick him up to take him to the local hobby store to participate in their Sunday Yu-Gi-Oh events.
Yeah, so he clearly would know what's up. But no, I don't know if there is. I mean, there must be, I guess, or reoccurring cards or something like that.
Oh yeah, reprints and stuff like that. I mean, my understanding from what East Thunder has said is that Yu-Gi-Oh is a much more affordable game than
than Magic.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that just because
that they don't needle you like Magic does.
Right. Because they print the shit out of their good cards, right? Like it's not. Yeah. It's like.
If you want to make a deck, it's not like get out of here.
That's because that game runs more on its image than Magic does, right? Like
does it?
Well, I just mean to say
Yu-Gi-Oh definitely has a more successful
Magic
media empire.
As much as Magic does have characters and recurring, and the Planeswalkers helps them do that more, and that's probably a big reason why they introduced Planeswalkers in the first place. But there aren't any Blue Eyes White Dragons or Dark Magicians or these characters in this series that are notable that people don't really outside of Wizard events. People don't really cosplay Magic Gathering characters. Not really.
No.
I mean, I'm sure it happens. I frequent one particular convention that is pretty large, but I don't think I've ever seen a planeswalker there.
No. Well, that convention you're referring to is a little more focused on one geographical origin of goods, right?
Yes, but any convention is open to any cosplay.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely.
I agree.
I'm not saying you wouldn't find
Right.
Overwatch
Right.
at that place. You absolutely would.
Right.
Because that shit's popular and it's going to show up at any con.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Yes, you're correct that this convention would be less likely than other ones, but this particular one, Otakon, is also the largest one, which is the reason why I wouldn't discount it. If it was a smaller one, like a more local thing, then yeah, that's kind of, you're not going to run into your more like rare, like Xenosaga cosplay. It's not going to happen. And meanwhile, Otakon's happened.
So, if you were trying to smuggle cocaine across the border in boxes of cereal, would you use pumpkin spice crunch?
I don't know. I think that would be too.
Would that be too obvious?
I think that would be calling too much attention to the product. I think at that point, because it's pumpkin spice, and that's like a notable.
Right. Well, people are just excited that pumpkin spice is back.
Well,
but it's actually cocaine.
I think the best thing you could do, but it's actually cocaine. I think the best thing you could do in that front is not carry just one kind of cereal. So
you would diversify your cocaine smuggling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Because if it was one let's say like it was all honeycomb, and I'm clearly not a commercial vehicle delivering honeycomb to, because that's the thing about commercial vehicles, they don't deliver just like one unified product.
Right.
You know, they deliver a number of things like on different pallets and that sort of thing. So I feel like if a cop opened up and it was wall-to-wall pumpkin spice cereal, that would be a big red flag. But maybe, I don't know.
Right, I mean, it depends on what the units of cereal you're shipping. Maybe you got one shipping container that's just pumpkin spice crunch, and you got another shipping container and something else.
Right.
And that's just how you're gonna work it.
Right. I would just, because it would probably just be if I could, it would be a pallet. And it would all be General Mills products, and that would probably be the best way to hide it, legitimately. But I'm sure people who smuggle cocaine know that. I really don't know. I have no idea what common parlance for cocaine smuggling is.
I'm anti-crime, so just saying.
Dude, this is just picked up from unloading trucks at Target. That's If I opened up a commercial truck and it was all one product, I would be like, uh-oh. This person might work for the Kingpin. Speaking of that, I have been watching those Netflix Marvel shows.
Oh yeah? How's that going?
I watched the Daredevil anyway, the first season. I kind of wish there was more lawyering in this first season of Daredevil.
Are you sure about that?
I'm told... No, I am sure about that. I am told there's more lawyering in the second season because of the nature of that plot.
Okay.
Where the offices of Nelson and Murdoch are contracted to defend one Frank Castle, who you might recognize as the Punisher.
Right.
So that's a tough defense. Because I can guarantee you the Punisher did it.
Punisher probably did it. Yeah,
chances are, whatever he's on trial for.
I would agree with that. Chances are, probably guilty.
But so far it's good. It's not quite as it's well written. It's to the point where I'm not. One of the tough things about fiction is maneuvering your protagonist and antagonist around each other.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, when one does an action, you have to be careful so as to not make the other look foolish by not anticipating this action.
Yeah.
And the show has done a really good job of balancing the two characters, the main protagonist and the antagonist, and making them both nuanced and impressive in different ways. In many ways, the antagonist is much, much more impressive and nuanced, which makes it... it's an effective way of making our hero more, his eventual triumph, if it even happens. Probably not in this first season. because we're talking about the main antagonist in the first season is the Kingpin so far, and Kingpin's kind of a big deal in Marvel criminal parlance. Like it's interesting because he's like just a guy. He has no powers. He has no abilities. He wasn't like but he is like top 5 most dangerous people in the Marvel universe, which is interesting because there are even other like criminal masterminds in the Marvel universe.
Okay.
There are dudes like Tombstone, who is like he might be a zombie. I don't know. When it comes to like this grimdark shit in Marvel, I know less about this grimdark shit than I do like Cosmic Marvel, which is even
Cosmic Marvel.
Yeah, Cosmic Marvel is out there. Like Cosmic Marvel is where you get the guys who usually write 40K novels and they instead write about like oh, you haven't yet seen Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, they fall into the wheelhouse of Cosmic Marvel.
Right.
You should get on that though. It's a good movie.
Oh, I heard it was good.
You'd probably like that one more than the. You might fall into the same category as the Clump and feel that one is the best of the Marvel fare. I think Civil War is still better than that one, but the Civil War, Guardians was the first superhero film written by a lady.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say helmed, but I know that's not true because Lexi Alexander.
Right, Punisher Wars now.
Yeah.
What a great movie.
It's a something movie, that's for sure. Oh my god.
I really like the is the attack noise.
That one is my favorite attack noise.
The hit noise is just like a burst of hair.
Yeah.
You're deflating it. Just
yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. It sounds like a very sad bagpipe that you're just squeezing the life out of. Why is this forest full of garbage? Like all of the random encounter monsters look like garbage.
I mean, it's the forest prison. It's not like
okay, fair enough.
The forest daycare.
Are you aware of the Pokemon called Garbodor, which is a living pile of trash?
Well, I mean, it can't be. What was the name of the poop Digimon? I mean,
because
if we're talking about,
shit. I think it's Digitamamon, but that might just be the Digimon that throws poop. Because there is also a Digimon
as opposed to the Digimon that is poop.
Yes.
All right, my B. My B.
Oh well, to the internet I go. Here I go, everyone. Let's find out. What should I Google what Digimon is made of poop? Like,
or just like what Digimon is poop?
Well, first I'm gonna look up Digitamamon and see if I was right. Digitamamon. What? Oh, perfect level. Okay, that's why. Because I was reading a description and described it as a perfect Digimon, and I was like, oh no, I'm way off. Digitamamon is do you remember the episode where Matt is forced to work at a Digimon diner, and it is because of Joe. Joe keeps keeping them there, and it is a character growth episode for Joe and Matt. It is also the first episode where Garurumon digivolves into Weregurumon. The owner of the diner they are forced to work at is Digitamamon. He is an egg. He is like a talking egg. But no, this is not what we were looking for.
So you're saying they're trying to throw off the yoke of employment?
Pretty much.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna ransack your house before we talk to you. I hope this doesn't bother you, Vassum.
The highest suggestion when I type in Digimon made of is guns.
Because there is a Digimon that's just like a series of magnums tied together.
Okay, there are two. I wasn't wrong. There are two poop Digimon.
Is
the one we're thinking is
of the other?
The one we're thinking of is Numemon, is what it's called.
It's called what?
It's this guy.
Yeah.
And then he digivolves into the other guy who actually looks like poop.
Oh, that's right. It's the one that eats poop. Is what I'm thinking of.
This is the other guy you might.
Because what happens in Digimon World 1 is if you shit too much outside of the toilet, it transforms you automatically into that guy.
Yes.
What a great game mechanic.
Good. Thanks. What?
Breath.
No, this is a deep, dark Google hole. I can't. I just started to see some crazy shit in here. I was like, uh-oh. Abort. Need some living metal.
Use the Guardian one more time. Gonna Guardian Blade. Oh, yeah.
You want to crack the ground in half? Yeah, sure. The Guardian Blade is the blade of doom.
Okay, so pound out
some fucking life force with those hands.
That's what I say when I go to work out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna pound some life force.
Pound out some life force. Put on my life force mix.
You've become strong.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, we're missing stuff.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. We actually do need that thing. God damn it.
Is the Guardian Blade like we're gonna touch where his arm is with like a sword? We're just gonna like, huh.
I forget exactly how that cutscene goes down.
Slap the shit out of him with a sword until it pops out. Why is that the one whose name? Maybe it's just because it has lots of syllables and that's why I remember Digimon 1. Maybe that episode sticks out in my head. Maybe I'm terrified of forced labor.
Yeah. No. The most terrifying diner scene since episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Oh, I think you're thinking of
episode 2,
The Phantom Menace.
The movie after Phantom Menace.
Yeah, with the next one. The sequel to Star Wars is what it's called. Oh, that scene really is dreadful, though, isn't it?
That scene in the Arlenauts version is hilarious.
Oh yes, yes. They made a point to that scene. Thank God that scene exists, so that can now exist. But otherwise, it is an abomination.
All right, so what we're gonna do here is,
what's the plan?
We actually need to get the Life Force Guardian unicorn.
Oh, cool.
So, to do that, we're actually going to teleport back to
reality?
The other side.
Oh, that works too.
And then we're going to carefully read this FAQ, because I don't feel like getting lost in the forest prison for
let's not do that.
20 minutes. That'd be a terrible, terrible thing to have happen.
I wouldn't appreciate that as much, I don't think. I can't wait for the government to be like, he just Googled Digimon made of poop.
This must be some kind of...
This is some kind of code word for the Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah. This is code word for terrorism. Digimon made of poop.
Digimon made of poop. They thought stranger stuff. They thought that PlayStation 3s would be used as computers.
Oh, that is the best.
That was pretty good.
That really... Yeah, good work, kids. You did it. Alright, we're not going to aqualung these people.
Yeah, give them a fucking aqualung.
Actually, I don't know if I analyze the birds.
Garbage bags with hands.
Turkeys coming
They are
to
the living garbage turkeys.
Yeah.
Which is basically what I call vultures.
Yeah, no, that's about right. I think that's fair.
You get some ugly ass vultures here in New Jersey. Hot damn, aqualung.
Aqualung kills them, guaranteed.
The specter of Aqualung will haunt us for the rest of the show.
Terrifying.
It is our oldest meme. It's not our oldest meme, but our oldest meme would be making fun of Timothy from, or not Timothy.
Dan.
Dan. Yes,
Yeah,
that would be.
That is meme. The oldest of memes. Okay. Whatever. Okay.
Although making fun of Timothy is a close second, I think. It's just.
I mean, he matters so much.
It's just
to
that
that
Timothy, the 2 times he has appeared, has died immediately afterwards.
The second time is really what really, you know. Oh, I see.
Trifid. An alphase. They're
Yeah.
I don't even know what either of those are like
Referencing?
Yeah, those seem like just piles of letters, but maybe on culture.
No, that's fair.
So I know a lot of these are mis-anglicized words.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, he actually has more health than that. That's fine.
That's what you can tell because it has arms.
Hey.
Oh yeah, that's right. God damn it. You know if Xenogears took like Faye or Sight out of the party and we couldn't have a complete party otherwise, they wouldn't rebalance their random encounters around it. You know what I was explaining to somebody recently?
What were you explaining to someone
Was the
recently?
quality of Xenogears where if you play it straight for too long, it just destroys itself.
It just crashes. No, it's really true.
Oh, that's such a beautiful metaphor.
I like to think of it as a safety feature.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
Yeah, no, 100%.
They're like, no, we must save you. Clearly.
Clearly you should not be empowered to make decisions on your own. I also like. Do you think they have one eye, or do you think they just like lost an eye all uniformly at some point in their lives?
I guess maybe it's a rite of passage.
Right.
Like,
now that you're an adult piece of garbage,
yeah,
you have to jab out one of your eyes.
We only need one of these. It's like if you decorated a Jawa, is what those guys look like. Yeah, doesn't that sound racist? Like what I just said, it sounds awful.
I think anything involving a Jawa sounds
sort of
questionable.
This is that actually is a thing that bugs me. I was recently watching Avatar: Last Airbender with some friends, and
why?
What do you mean?
Oh no! I said Avatar, the James Cameron movie.
Right, that's right. No, because that one.
Because
fuck that movie.
Yeah.
Also, fuck the Shyamalan version of The Last Airbender.
Oh yeah, that too.
No, I wouldn't. There's no reason to rewatch Avatar.
Well, that's why I had that reaction, because I was like, no one should ever watch that movie.
If I was going to rewatch Avatar, I'd watch The Last Samurai starring Tom Cruise, which is the same movie, but in a way that I find more interesting.
You want to go to Dances with Wolves?
No, I don't. I wouldn't go Dances with Wolves. I
expect that.
I think of all the dumb white savior stories in that regard, I like Last Samurai because he doesn't save anything. He just also goes on the suicide charge, which I'm down on. I mean, it kind of doesn't count because he survives it, and Ken Watanabe doesn't. But Ken Watanabe is an actor I really, really like.
Oh yeah.
He's in a lot of stuff, and I think he's great in everything he's in. He's my favorite part of the Godzilla movie, the Gareth Edwards Godzilla movie. He's the best part. He's me the whole movie. He's sitting there like, when's Godzilla showing up? Let's have Godzilla punch the big thing. That's all I'm here for.